guys, in this video we're gonna take the expense tracking design that we developed using ChatGPT in the last video. We're gonna use Visual Studio Code with Copilot to build the web page without writing any code. Here's the image from ChatGPT, the one that we generated last time. Okay, I'm just going to tell it, please build me this using Laravel. So Laravel is one of the frameworks that I'm familiar with. I've been using it for almost 15 years. So for me, it's my first preference. There are many others that you can choose from. So for this example, we're gonna stick with Laravel. All right, so we're gonna tell it, do your thing. As you can see, it started working now. It's looking at the image and you can see there, used one reference. It has already analyzed that image. Okay, I'll help you build this expense tracker using Laravel, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it's doing that. So now you can see it has given us the first step to run, which is setting up the project. Normally, this is something that you would do yourself manually. The agent is doing everything for you. After you click continue, just read what it's doing, especially if you are not familiar with programming or software development. This is a good way for you to learn by looking what this agent is doing. If you read the steps that it's following. Okay. Now the next step, it's creating more models. This is the category model. It's creating the dashboard controller. Wow, okay, we're almost there guys, almost there. So you can see as this thing is busy working, software development is not it's not a big thing anymore. It's not a big challenge anymore. The challenge with software development going forward is going to be your thinking, your creativity. What kind of what kind of ideas you want to implement, what kind of solutions, how you want to implement them. These artificial intelligence tools have now made it possible for you to take your idea and implement it, test it, see if it works. So now it's just a matter of taking that first step to say, okay, I'm doing this thing. And then, yeah, you just experiment with all these different ideas until you find something that you enjoy working on, something that you enjoy doing. When you see this message that it's been working on the problem for a long time, you just let it continue until it's done with the development. While this thing is working, for anyone who's in university or you're still thinking about which career path to choose, software development is one of the careers that will always be needed, because yes, we have all this automation and all these nice tools, but we still need a human being to direct it and tell it how it should work. So if you're in university or you are in a career that you don't like, or you're thinking about getting into software development, the important thing that you will need to understand is the tools that are available and how they work. You don't necessarily need to focus on mastering one programming language like Java, C#, PHP. Rather focus on understanding software development or application development. There's many ways to call it. In that life cycle, what is involved when you develop a system? Firstly, you need to understand your requirements, like what system are you trying to build. So once you have an understanding of what you need to build, then you can then select the tools that you want to use for that development. And during the development process, you're gonna have scenarios where you need to make certain changes. So if you're at your workplace, your manager or your peers will be sending you requests, please change this, please change that. Or if you're freelancing, you'll have to then talk to your client, emails, WhatsApp, whatever you're using to talk to them. Send them screenshots. If something needs to change on the system, then you'll be able to make those changes during this development. So yeah, that's what you need to understand. Understand that if you have a solid direction when you are developing your system, you can see how your application is going to run in the hands of the client. That's the kind of mindset that you need to have. In the universities, I'm not really sure the kind of subjects they're teaching, or I'm not sure how they're teaching students lately. But it's not matching the market, because the industry is always changing. There's new technologies coming in. Other companies, believe it or not, are still using old technologies. So they need to transform those legacy systems into modern ones. Those are the kind of things you need to take into account as well. How do you take an old system, legacy system, and build it into a modern one? It says the dashboard controller looks good. Now it's going on to the next step. You can see it's able to read code. Like reading code is something that you do as a developer. Now you don't have to do it anymore. It gives you that time to think about more features you can add on the system, or scenarios that need to be catered for. Wow, it's even creating a form for us to create expenses. Oh wow. Okay. I didn't tell it. Somehow it figured out that it needs to do the form. I thought it was just going to create just the dashboard page only, landing page. It's going the extra mile. Wow. It's able to think about all the steps that need to happen in software development, and it's doing all of them. Working. That's proper stuff. I want to try run the application now. Let us see what it looks like. I didn't see it compiling. We might need to compile. Oh wow, that's proper. That is proper. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at this. This is our web page. You can even add an expense. Wow. There's categories. There's amount. We're gonna call this one I don't know, a Coke. Date, we give it today's date, yeah, 9 July, yeah. Drink, so okay, it's food, and expense. You can see there. I can even edit. Increase the amount. Update expense. It says update successful. I go back to my dashboard. Food. Okay, that's saying 0 there, but we can fix it. When you say view all, it takes you back to here now, okay? Look at that, guys. Like, this is done with just a few prompts. So you can then take this to your client to show them if it's something they would like to move forward with, and then you are able to build on top of this. To develop something like this will take you over 1 day. We just did it in less than 1 hour. So you can see the power of these artificial intelligence tools, what they can do. There's a lot they also can do, but there's more that they can do versus what they can do. So from a productivity point of view, there's a lot that you can produce with these kind of tools. In the next video, we're going to look at another example of a system we can develop using AI. Thanks for watching, guys. Sharp, sharp.